Hello there.
God, look at all you people already showing up to be awesome. You guys are the greatest. Just give me a minute. I'll be there in a second. I'm just putting on my headset. You know the drill. Getting ready for the games. Morning, Pens.
I need a weapon.
Morning, guys. Good morning. Here's the heart. I'm wearing Seahawk gear today because it's Blue Friday, and the Mariners and the Kraken aren't playing, so you know it's like that. How are you guys today? Welcome to the awesome. Um, I gotta turn on my watch for you guys. There you go. Heart rate monitor is going. I know somebody asked me about that yesterday. Like they hadn't actually seen it or hadn't noticed that it was there at first. We're doing amaze balls. Amaze balls is one of my favorite words. I literally used to say that all the time. Good morning, Taco Truck Ninja, by the way. Thanks for stopping by and shouting out. Lexi, good morning. Pens, again, good morning. Amaze balls was a mistype? Oh, were you doing amaze balls is what you said. Oh, I thought you said we are doing amaze balls, like just omitted the stuff for you. I was using speak to talk and it's not doing very well. Yeah, I understand. So, good morning everyone. Hi, how are you? It's a great day. What did I do yesterday after I got done here with you guys? I got off the awesome yesterday, and my wife needed my office, so I let her use it for a job interview. We haven't heard back yet. I drove to town and picked up my oldest. That was cool. Came home, grabbed Jack on the way home. That was cool. Got the pictures from baseball for Jack. I'll share one soon in the Discord. They turned out magnificent. My son looks like a baller. He is growing up. I'm excited about that. I'm so sad because he's getting so old. He's growing up and doing the things and just, oh man, just wow. I love that kid. Let's see. Sorry, I'm setting up my chat over here so I can see it. Because it's super important that I have it. Jiggle Pickle toots one putter into the honey hole, sending the ghoul ball into the stratosphere with the brown tail. What are you even babbling about? Seriously. Sometimes. Good morning, Krampus, by the way. Good morning. I got a bunch of shit I actually am supposed to talk about this morning while we're sitting here. So, just give me another minute to send it. And is it now one more, send out one more thing here. Okay, so stopping by to say hi. Hey, Rye, welcome. And thanks for stopping by and saying hello. I'm a menace upon the community. You are not. You are a valued member of the community. Krampus. We appreciate you. Oh. I had something I was gonna just talk to you about that was super duper important, but I lost the thought train already departed. Already. Just ching, chugga 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 gone.
I say kill them all.
Yeah, that's a good morning, Jimmy. You just caught the thought train departing. We were talking about something important, and then I just fucked it off and totally. Also took my bike to the shop for maintenance service today. Good thing, too, since I got a flat tire. Don't you ride a pedal bike? Like a chain bike that you actually pedal? You take that to the shop for service? Okay. Taco Truck Ninja, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's a bicycle repair store. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, some people, I guess, I suppose that it would be logical to take your bicycle to a bicycle repair shop occasionally to be serviced. When I was a kid, I'd just spray the cogs with some WD-40 and just go. Mm-hmm. Yep. I like their services, and I want to support a local business. I think that is amazing, Krampus. You continue to be a pillar of your community. There is nothing that could be said that is greater than that, if I'm honest. I think that's really valuable that you're doing that, and that's cool. Reinvest in yourself and your community. Always. Let's see. I should run the numbers. 1,759 follows today. Thank you. Thank you so much for being part of the awesome. Every single one of you, 1,759 of you. We're on our way to 1,800. That means that we have, what is that, 41 follows to go. Hey, yeah, the Handyman Secret Weapon. Duct tape. Handyman Secret Weapon. That's a fellow Canadian. Checking it. Duct tape fixes everything. Yeah, according to Red Green. I don't know. I try not to use duct tape on everything. Let's see. Anyway, 1,759 follows, on our way to 1,800. Thank you, every single one of you, for being awesome. I am glad that I'm seeing so many people returning after a hiatus or after, whatever. Thank you. Welcome back. You guys have no idea how much it means to me that you guys come and participate in the awesome, in the stream, in real life at conventions at Halo Fest in December next year. Hey, I'm already going to tell you now that Halo Fest next year is going to have a pizza night. And Halo Fest next year is going to have a group photo. I promise you that those two things will happen at Halo Fest next year. I am working diligently this year to try and get the Spartan Space and the group recognized, the awesome recognized, as its own community. And maybe even spotlit in the community corner this year. I think it's going to be really awesome. Yeah, we do mod pizza on Saturdays. And Kevin Hurd will tell you, that's the Halo Collector. He was there, and he cried. Like, you know, Kevin Hurd always gives us a hard time. He's like, oh, you know, Gen X. He always tells us that we're not Gen Xers because we're too young. We were born in 80s, and that's not fair. Kevin doesn't know all about what he's talking about all the time. But he's pretty hardcore most of the time. He, like, picks on people when they're, like, touchy-feely and stuff. He shed real tears at the pizza party. And he was like, I'm just so happy that the whole community is here. And there were. Like, we're sad that you missed it, Pens. It was an open invite. We put it out on the Spartan Space this year as well. But the early 80s count as Gen X in my book. I 100% agree that, like, 82, maybe 83, I don't know about 84, but 82 is definitely Gen X, I say. Anyway, he says, it's fine, Pence. You know, you're fine. I was just happy that I got to give you a hug and shake your hand and look in your eyes and see you, because those moments, the moments that we had, are invaluable, immeasurably important, and contributive to the existence of our community and our humanity as people together and friends. And I will never forget that I got to see you. I was so upset on, was it Thursday, when I unloaded the walls and got the walls set up, and all I wanted to do is fucking go home. Like, I have to apologize. I didn't really even do this yet. I need to apologize to a lot of the community who hung out with me for almost an entire month leading up to HCS Worlds. I'm sure that none of you, I know that some of you spoke about it. Hey, good morning, Joy. I know that some of you spoke about it, not around me. And some of my closest friends in the Spartan Space did reach out to me in time. You know, there were people that came and checked on me every single day. Spent time with me in the Discord while I was doing things on the walls that were at the Worlds. As I continued to spiral and decay, socially and maybe mentally too, while I was working on those things. A lot of you hung out in the Discord and supported me. I was shitty to a bunch of you guys, and it was not on purpose, and I'm sorry about that. And I just want to make sure that you all know that I'm going to own it. You know, it is super important. And thanks for looking out for me. That's what I'm going to say about that. But yeah, no, definitely, Pence, like, I was just glad that we had a moment at all to interact. I was sad at the end of unloading those walls and doing all the, you know, just ready to get out of that place. I just wanted 15 minutes to hang out with Mike and, like, play some Halo, talk about real life, and not be stuck in this perpetual hell that was this project that we were working on. And at the end, it turned out great. And everybody was happy, and there was a lot of joy, and I got some recognition by a lot of people in the community as well, and that is, you know, that heals a lot of it, you know. But it's like that, Totally get it. There was so much going on. Yeah, no. But I did come to find you before I left. But by the time I came to find you, you had already gone. from where you were at. So plus I'm a bit awkward. So hey, we're all a little bit awkward, and don't worry about it. Like it's the best part about the Halo community is you show up to this thing in Seattle, and now you've experienced one of them. And next year is going to be bigger and better in every way. I hope. All right? But it's like this. You show up to this thing. I follow this guy on TikTok, and he's got a Discord and he YouTubes. His name, he does Twitch as well. He diversifies. His name is Cammy Shep. I've shouted him out a bunch of times. He's watched The Awesome and come here. You know, he's super cool guy. He told me that he came to Worlds so that he could meet me. Like I want to believe in my soul that he came to Worlds to experience Worlds. But I know that some of you guys came to see Worlds and see me too. And I tell everyone that I hope that I'm not the 60% of that bargain. Especially this year, because I didn't have time. I had no time. I had all of the time and no time. It was really, really weird. I am so grateful to people like Jimmy, who would be in his Nitster Chief winning and then get kitted down and just come and find me to make sure that I'm okay. Yeah, I mean, Krampus too. You know, I'm grateful that I have people who come around. The Moistest Chief, yes, the Moister Chief, the Moistest Chief. Now gonna be in the Halo Museum soon. I'm gonna get back to Seattle because I missed everyone I met at SummerCon. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? There are so many conventions that you can come and be part of in Seattle that are great. The greater Seattle area, I should say. But nah. I'm telling you guys already this year. There's gonna be a Saturday pizza dinner, and there's gonna be a photo op, and my hope is that this community will become so much. My hope is that we'll grow, and will be recognized by Halo and Microsoft as a community inside of the Halo community, a greater community that's good. And then maybe they'll highlight us and give us a space, put us on the official schedule as, like the Women of Halo this last year. They were like, the Women of Halo will have a picture event for all women that are content creators and game players. And my wife got into one of those. And I think that is amazing. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is, maybe they'll put out, and Spartan John and the Awesome are gonna have a photo op at noon on Sunday. Go show up for that. Someday, maybe. That's the thing, we just keep growing and being awesome together. And again, I can't say thank you enough to you guys. You guys make it awesome. Like, I just sit here and hang out with you. That's it. I have a feeling Jimmy will crash on Monday after this weekend's con. Yeah, he's gonna have. If Jimmy, if you're watching, I hope your con this weekend is great. We're going to miss you. I don't know if we'll see you today. I can't remember if you said you were part of the Awesome today or not, but I know after that you'll be gone. It's gonna be different than Worlds, my friend. There's gonna be a vendor room and a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be really cool, but it's gonna be different. I don't know if you will experience quite the same highs, but take it in for what it's worth. Enjoy it. It's gonna be great. Unwavering faith that you guys will have a good time. He's driving right now. Okay. Well, there you go, buddy. Be safe on your travels. Enjoy the shit out of that. Went to the con last year. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great news. I'm glad he's off doing it. Can I send you something for a kid of yours so I can feel like I'm in the photo by proxy? Yeah, Ryan, definitely work with us to get it. If you're not coming next year, let me know. We'll get you. We'll make sure we We figure it out, right? We missed you this year too, buddy. That was a bummer. Anyway, we're 20 minutes in already. Holy shit. Again, 1,759 follows. On our way to 1,800. We want to try to get to 2,000 by the end of this year. I don't know if it's going to happen, but golly, it would be so awesome. Anyway, we're already 1,000 followers over our number when the year ended last year. So whatever we do from here is just extra awesome. It's like free baseball. It's like extra innings. It's just more awesome for free. More people come, more awesome. The Discord's getting giant too. Don't forget to join it if you're not already joining it. You're missing out on things like unfettered access to all of these great people like Cammy Shep, like Pence Halo, Foam Forge. He used to be Foam Forge Cosplay, but he's changed his name again. You know. Anyway, Foam Forge. Jimmy's here. Don't forget Jimmy. I mean, well, he's not here today, but most of the time he's here. You get the great Halo collector Laird is here. He's a good member of the community, a pillar in the back. Austin from Jumperscape often drops in here. By often, I mean almost never, but he is here. And Installation Uwu, of course. If Martin's out there listening this morning, hi, buddy. I don't know if Lucy follows us, but hi, Lucy, if you're out there. Lex is here. Spartan Wrath is here. You know, Lex, I just hadn't gone to the giant list of super creators that you're in the middle of yet that are still way above me. Good Lord. Letting him bunk it. That is cool. That is cool that Laird helped you out. Don't forget that Lex is one of the best cosplayers. You're on the top of the cosplay list. You're on the top. Jesus. I know. Where's that roll of bags? Just you give me one damn second. I will get my relic from my legendary bag item from Lexi and show it again on the stream if I can figure out where I put it. Where'd I put it? Mike was here. He was here when I put it. I was pretty sure he was here when I buried it over here in this pile. I will find it. Get that roll of bags for all the shit you hurl at me. Yeah, I know. How's your grunt coming along? I keep fat fingering the send button. Mini Jimmy has joined the chat. I love it. Welcome, Mini Jimmy. If you're truly Mini Jimmy, then he needs to take an additional 2 miles of yarn and make a mini Jimmy Chief. And if that crochet suit comes to Worlds next year, oh my God. I wouldn't want to put a kid inside of that to die, but holy shit. A tiny little crocheted Master Chief running around. Haven't touched it since I've come home. I'll start working on it again next week. It's good to take a break. Have you seen the work that I did on the Zeta bucket? Because you and Mike and a bunch of you gave me a hard enough time that you inspired me to start working. Mini Jimmy is almost taller than me. Oh well, never mind. I think it would be ridiculous. Like, I wish that my son was small again. Actually, I wish that I could shrink him to a size. Like, go back to when he was, 5, maybe 6, and, measure him, and then print and finish him a suit. And then give it to him when he's that big. So you'd have, this giant-ass head running around the convention oh, my God! But it would be, a full suit and a little-ass kid. Yeah. I wish 3D printers had been more of a thing when my kids were little. That would have been super cool. So if you're a dad out there and you're looking for something to do with your kids, take the inspiration. I think that the amount of time that you invest in something like this with your children, if you have them, if they're also interested, is like, it is such an investment of time that you will never get back, but will pay in dividends, in memories, and in connection, and in... I don't know what it is, but it pays. Yeah, it's like that. Daughter wants to be a Spartan. Well, there you go. Get yourself armor smith. Start taking the measurements. Increase the number by 10% for growth. And by the time you finish it, probably be there. Be one of the coolest dads of all time. Like I said, and I had the opportunity or the thought about this. I think maybe I would have done it. Jack is almost big enough now that I think he could probably wear both of the chief suits. I think he's taller than me. I need to print him new boots if he was going to wear one. I'm already the coolest dad ever. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna poo-poo you, but I think that I'm the coolest dad ever. We all think that we're the coolest dads ever, so, you know. But hey, keep being awesome, my friend. You don't need anything with the fancy bells and whistles. Most machines include cameras or a thing like that. Also requires subscription service in order to use those features. Yeah. I've got an Anycubic Cobra Max over here. There it is. I just replaced the stepper on it yesterday. I'm going to do some testing on it this afternoon probably, and then I'll be back to printing. I got a hell of a build. I got 2 builds that I'm working on. 2 builds! You guys will get to see that over the next several months as part of the... You guys will get to see that over the next several months as part of the... as part of the Awesome and Crafting Days. I'll be posting a lot of updates in the Halo cosplay space, the Hobby Lobby space, you know, all of the different Discord spaces that you can exist in. If you want to follow those updates, we talk about everything in here from, you know, how we construct the suit, how we build, what size of a print bed would be the best. Well, so for 3D printers, everybody's got a different thing, all right? I know a lot of people who have a Bamboo, like a little one. We're talking like maybe an A1. I think that, you know, the print bed is like, it's like this big, okay? You're talking 220 by 220 by 400 if you're lucky, right? Yeah, see, there you go, working on a 253. So, you can take a Spartan suit and cut it, and cut the files into many, many ways. The issue that I have, okay, K1 Max to 256. There you go. Okay. So you can cut the armor pieces into many, many, many pieces. In my experience, because I started printing in the before time with things like the Anycubic Pro, the Mega Pro over there. It's very old technology. That thing only prints at like 20 mil a second. That's it. Not fast. It prints amazing. I print my pineapple grenades. I print my shoes with it. I do all of my test printing with it. So anytime I'll actually get a piece of I'll get a piece of my test print for you. This is a really cool story actually. So anytime that we design something like buckles. Okay, so the buckles on the Legends Master Chief, right? So you can see here, this is the gasket. It's an unpainted side. You can see the buckle top, okay? Here's the armor side. So the buckle is on one side of the armor, okay? When we designed it to have a catch here. You can see it, okay? And then there's this hole here, all right? And on this side, it's opposite, right? I can print a Benchy in a couple of minutes on this. That's awesome. That's really fast. So anyway, so the point is that these two units can lock together, and then there's a hard stop. So they can't, they literally cannot pull down apart. So when I wear the suit, it's magnetically located, but then also because of the way it's designed, it can't come apart. It also allows us to lever the suit and pull it apart because the magnets are so strong, right? So, you know, but we prototyped this and printed this on the small printer so that we knew that the magnet would fit, that it would assemble the way that we wanted it to assemble, and the clearances were good. And then knowing that this printer, that the bigger printer prints better than the small printer, we knew that we could print this part and make the Legends Master Chief, and that's how we hung the chest plate. It's really cool stuff. Anyway, the big printer is back now, so we're gonna be able to start printing armor again, which I'm really excited about. And then of course, because we've been working on this helmet sat. I don't know if Lexi's been around to hear it, but this helmet sat for I don't know. This helmet's been sitting for a while. I had got it down. I had got it painted gray. It was all sanded down and everything, and I had lost drive to work on it because I had lost all of these panel lines were lost in the resin. This was the third helmet I had started, this was the second helmet that I had ever worked on. And I worked on this alongside the Infinite Chief helmet that we competed at with Worlds last year. So we ran into some things we didn't like with the way that the filler flaked a little bit when we were working it, or the way that pieces had chipped off when we were working them. And so because of that, I just put it down, and it sat in the background of the stream for like all of that time, just back there, like haunting me. And I thought about the possibility of maybe just reprinting it and just like, you know, it's a lost cause, or, you know, whatever, you know, we'll go on. We'll figure it out. We'll start again or whatever. And I've never used a 3D printer, so I have no idea. Once you print something out, can you recycle the material to use it again? Nah, you're pretty much boned once you print it out. You're so like, there is a guy who takes all of his support material and he grinds it down, and then he melts it and he pours it into molds, and he gives the little molded dudes away at conventions. And that's the only way that I can think. There is one more way. That's a lie. There is one more way. The other way is to break it all down and melt it, and then extrude it into filament again. But the problem is that as you thermally cycle the filament a number of times, it becomes less good, more brittle every time. So there's kind of an issue with that. Usually what I do is I take the remaining ends of the filament and I throw it in a box in reels, and then I use that as a welding medium if I ever have to put pieces together. Which comes back to the original question that I was answering, is that I use the little printer to prototype. I use the big printer to print everything. Some people print parts and assemble them in pieces. I am lazy. And by lazy, I mean efficient and picky. And so I tell everyone, if my printer can't print the piece of armor that I'm going to wear in one piece, then I don't want to print the armor, or I need a printer that's better. And so in this particular case, I have a print bed that can print the entire chest or an entire back in one piece. At my size, always. And so, biceps, one piece. Pauldrons, one piece. Thighs, one piece. Shins, one piece. Chest, one piece. Back, one piece. Helmet, one piece. Everything's one piece. That's what I'm going to do with mine. Weld the inside of the seams. Yeah, see, and I hate that. The problem with that, Ian, and there are creators out there, and I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying that you're not going to make it awesome. But for me, I hate it because when I was printing multiple part suits, I started printing on a Voxy Lab. Okay, it's like a Ender, except not. And so you would find that you'd be printing on your glass bed and one part would come off and you'd set it on a leveling bar and it'd be absolutely perfect. You'd have no elephant foot. The line would be great. You would set the second panel on the bed and you might turn it a little because you always rotate your prints a little bit here and there. You know where they are, where they stick the best, but you rotate them and move them around so that your bed gets equal use and you don't burn out your bed quicker. And so you're doing this and you're printing, and then you go to assemble these parts. So now I have this box of Halo 3 Master Chief chest and back pieces from the 405 Infinite, sliced down to a tiny printer. And then I'm going to start gluing them together. And guess what? These two do not glue together square. Not even close. My printer is not bad. It's brand new. I maintain it. It's as level as it could possibly be, but you've got a print bed warp because printers are not perfect. You've got a heat issue because printers are not perfect. Your cat or your dog bumped your printer and now it's got a layer line shift. Like, whatever the many reasons are. And I know that the new printers now are so smart that a lot of that shit doesn't happen. But for me, that was a big problem. And after working on that for a couple of weeks and getting something that resembled a chest plate from the Halo 3 Chief that was definitely terrible, I made sure that I could print everything. Hey, what's up, Cardi? How you doing? Obnoxious cartographer dropping in hot. I made sure I could buy a printer that was big enough so I could just print it all in one piece. And now we do things like fiddle with the designs. Like the next suit that I build, I'm not going to print the louvered panels on the inside of the thighs as part of the thighs. I'm going to leave them out. And instead, I'm going to build the louvered panels out of EVA foam. I have an idea. Well, I had two ideas, actually. I had consulted with Installation 00 a little bit about this because you could print those panels individually, those nested panels in the thighs. Yeah, I will show you this game screen so you can see what I'm talking about. What we're talking about is these right here, these nested scalloped panels on the inside of the thigh armor. Okay. I wasn't expecting stream on Friday. Yeah, usually we stream on most Fridays. Most Fridays. Unless we're playing golf, but we don't play golf in the fall when it's raining sideways outside. So here we are. Welcome. Good to see you. And usually we do community and stuff, melt it and create battle scars. Yeah, so, but what I'm saying is normally I have these panels hard printed into the thigh plate. Both Chiefs have it this way. So I talked a little bit to Martin about it. I talked a little bit to Maker about it. I talked to some different people about it. And we thought that you could possibly individually print those panels and nest them. So you'd have one that sits like this, and then you'd set another one nested. In this case, it would nest inside like this. So that's terrible. You can't see what I'm talking about at all. So if the one panel is like this, then the other one would nest like this, and so on and so forth up there. And if you connected them at the end, like if you tracked them, like perhaps you printed a tab, a sliding tab, and that tab might have a rubber and a spring nut. You know, you might have printed it inside of the armor, like impregnated it, so you screw into it, and you could provide some friction to those tabs. Then you get these panels that can kind of contract a little bit and extend like this around your legs. So if you're a little fat today, not so bad. Well, yeah, it doesn't really telescope, right? It's the idea that the panel sits, and if there's an alignment tab on each side, and those alignment tabs have a set screw, and you just, that way as you sit down or whatever, they can just shift just the tiniest little bit. And because they're nested, they will all shift together. You'd have to make the top panel move a little bit further than the middle, and the middle move a little bit further than the bottom. It's all engineering, and you can figure it out. And you do crazy things like tie the insides of the panels together with a nylon cloth. So then you hot glue the nylon cloth to the top panel and put in a decent sized loop and glue it into the next panel, put in a decent sized loop and glue it into the next panel. And that allows it to flex and allow that nylon to stretch, but that nylon is a limiter, so it can never stretch more than you want it to, so it can never come apart. It's all the little engineering things that you think about. You can even do it with rivets if you don't want to use hot glue. I recommend hot glue on my printed parts for a lot of things, because hot glue you can temper with a cold spoon, so you can make it dry really fast, or you can lick your fingers and grab the hot glue, and your cold fingers that are moist will, cause the glue to dry quicker. But not only that, but it's durable. I have never experienced enough heat inside of my suit to melt the hot glue. Never. So it is a semi-rigid application of glue that sticks what you want where it needs to be, but you can also heat it up with a heat gun later. So if you, for instance, put the ear cup in your helmet a 1/4 of an inch too high and a 1/4 of an inch too far forward, you can go in and pull the foam out. You're going to ruin the foam because you glued it, but then you get rid of that, and then you use your heat gun and you heat up the hot glue that has located your ear cup, and you just move your ear cup down and re-glue it and put a new piece of foam in, and you're done. It's that easy. So, anyway, had an idea about that. Or I could just do it like Mike does it and just glue foam in there. Some EVA, some 10 mil XPS foam, just cut those panels out, put some heat to them, get them the appropriate bend, and then, nest them. Also prepare for them to travel some. And just know that if they're foam panels, they're going to be like any other gasket. You're going to have to replace them regularly because they are going to wear. Those in particular, you're going to rub them against each other. They're going to get beat to hell when you stand up and sit down, which is why I've had them as plastic panels the whole time. But, in the spirit of losing weight, it may make sense to, drop the panels or change the paneled material. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Rye. I did SummerCon with the Chief and didn't have a problem. And SummerCon was real hot. But I didn't make my whole suit out of hot glue either. There's that. Let's see. Damn, 45 minutes in, and here I was just going to talk for like 15 or 20, and that was going to be it. Happy Friday, everyone. Like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in contributing to the awesome in other ways, you can tip us, or you can click on the bottom of the Twitch stream. There's an Amazon cart full of wish list items that are frivolous, and some of them are frivolous and some of them are helpful. Really hot. I was cold half of the time. Interesting. You got to stop running around the conventions with no clothes on. Ha ha. Giggity. It was a joke. I was burning up in that suit the whole time. You looked like you were sweating with your helmet off, so don't lie to the Chief. Anyway, let's see. And we're going to keep working on that Zeta bucket. We'll talk about that soon. I was used to 100s the week before. Okay. I'll keep you updated on the Zeta bucket as we continue to work on it. It still continues to be my favorite helmet in the Halo game, in Halo Infinite right now. Don't know why, just is. Hey, it's an easy day today. We're just hanging out. So whatever you guys want to do, I'd like to play a little bit of Husky Raid. I'd like to hang out. Don't forget, that's what I was finally gonna talk to. Someone completely new making armor, would you think it's better to start with foam or 3D print? It depends. Okay. So there are. Foam crafting is not easy. Okay. I attempted foam crafting first. You have to have the right foam. You need to have the right tools. You need to have a little bit of help. Patterning is difficult. Unfolding your own patterns, making them line up, drawing them out. Pip Ninja does that kind of stuff. Papa Bear does that stuff. Makes their own patterns. Like just takes a model of this Spartan here, brings it into Blender or whatever, and unfolds it, and then puts it on a piece of paper and prints it onto cardstock, and then transfers that to foam, and then from that foam they cut that template and mark the template and heat the template and glue it. It's a really, really intricate. It can take a lot. And it's not easy because you're manipulating this flat foam into round shapes. You're layering. People like Foam Forge Cosplay, if he's out here watching this morning, you're taking 10 mil, 5 mil, 2 mil, 1 mil foam. You're mixing multiple foams and you're gluing it and you're pinning it and you're using your heat gun and it's a lot of work. You could get a lot of great detail out of it. And you can still use magnets to connect it. You can still use snaps. You can still, ultimately it's lighter in weight to wear. And most people that I've seen in great foam suits can take a knee. They can take a knee in a photo. Spartan John can't take a knee. Spartan John is lucky that he can sit down. All right? The hard armor parts, it's like that, right? But then the printer comes easy. If you maintain your printer and you are knowledgeable about your print settings, you can get your printer tuned to the point where you can set and forget a print for 8 days and come back and have a chest and the supports just pop right off and you go on with your life. Ian Spartan Wrath can attest to that. He watched last year, the year before. I would come in here and I would set this like a helmet to print. And I printed a bunch of helmets for the 405 just because I'm a good guy and they asked. I did it for free. I just wanted to be a good dude. But, I'd set this on the printer and I'd set it like this. And then bam, there it goes, print. And it'd print for 6 or 7 days. 5 days, 3 days, depending on the helmet. And it'd finish. And I'd just pull it off the printer. I had to work a little hard on this one. I still got some support up here in the top that way up in here that I don't care. There's going to be a pad and a battery there. It's not going to all of my hardware's or all of my rheostat and all my shit's probably going to be right there anyway. It ain't going to matter. My head's not going to touch it. But you just set it and forget it and come back a couple of days later and you have like really nice pieces of armor that you break off. And then the thing with armor is it's a lot of work to make it smooth. If you go back through the Halo cosplay or check out my Instagram, you can check out my Facebook. You can ask me in the Spartan Space on the Discord. But we have hours upon hours. The very first helmet that we built, we just sanded it. I did a rough sand on it and I epoxied it and then I sanded the epoxy. And that was the Legends Chief, which is not here at the moment. And he is, and you guys have seen that helmet. That helmet looks great. Mike has looked at it and he's like, yeah, I love this helmet. There are some things that I could have done better, but it was the first helmet that I built from scratch. And that's the one that you guys would see me wear the most until I put the visor in it and I can't see through it. We're working on that, by the way. We're working on getting the visor better and replaced. So updates on that. It will be back in the awesome for wearing, and hopefully we'll see through it next time. But not just that, But then we did the Infinite Chief helmet alongside of this guy, and this guy got left in the dust because I got frustrated about the panel lines being filled with resin, and I couldn't figure out how to get it out. And then, of course, again, talk to someone like Lexi, and she goes, well, if you have the dental tools, I use those. And then that led me to come to my shipyard picks that I had in the shop for pulling rings out of engine blocks and things. And with this, I was able to pull all of those panel lines, and then I'm now happy and working on the helmet again. So thank you again, guys. But yeah, I used to sand it in just epoxy. Now I sand it, and then I Bondo it, and then I sand it, and then I epoxy it, and then I sand it again. That's my process now. And the epoxy layer sand is soft because you don't want to chip. You want to sand it so it's cloudy. You don't want to sand it until it's gone. It's important. There's an important distinction there. And then after that, we just paint. We paint, sand, paint until it's awesome. That's it. You guys will follow all of that. We'll share it here. And then we spent several days at the soldering station wiring and burning our fingers and building the electronics that go inside of the helmet. Everything from, everybody who's newer hasn't seen it. Everything from rheostats to, I've got, this is cool. This is going to make an appearance in the Awesome soon. This thing. You guys know what this is? I'm so excited about it. So they make these in 1 stack, 2 stack, 4 stack, 6 stack. They go forever. We're going to solder a couple of jumpers across the back. What is a rheostat? Oh my god. All right, well, I'll show you a rheostat that's broken, okay? This is I decommissioned this board, okay, because I had a mistake. This knob here is a rheostat. It's got a coil inside, and it measures resistance. The more you turn it, it's like a volume knob on an old radio. Anyway, but this guy here is really cool. So this is gonna go in the armor somewhere, and this is connected to a fob. And this will allow me to do things like... So, I love what Miss Boof does. She's got like a Raspberry Pi in her suit that makes all of her lights and everything happen. I'm old, so I'm going to put one of these in there. And then this will be attached to a key fob that my handler will have. And it will allow things to happen like my headlights to turn on. Or my shield emitters to flash and recharge. And it will also play a sound. But this is like the old school way of doing that. There's no computers. It's just going to be all hardwired to an activated remote switch. And then somebody can follow me around. Or I can bury that fob in a prop. Like, there's a lot of ways that I can control this. And each one of these comes with 2 key fobs. So it's pretty cool. And disassemble the key fob and embed that in something is easy. But yeah, you'll watch. That's it. That particular board has a sound driver on it, and then all of the relays switches that are activated so that it'll do the job. It's powered off of a 5. I think that one's powered off of a 5-volt circuit. I'll have to double check it, but it is adjustable up to 12 volts. So it's a pretty cool board. That board actually is another re-engineered idea in part from the Project Mjolnir helmet that we were part of the crew that worked on it. So it's really cool that we're able to reverse engineer a bunch of the things that we worked on together and try to get that into the hands of the cosplayer. In a reasonable and affordable way. It's really cool stuff. I'm glad to be able to have been part of that. All right, check it out. We're an hour into this thing and my coffee cup is dry. I'm going to hop into the launch bay here in a second and say hi to everyone. And that's going to be awesome. Oh, but I forgot. Again, you guys keep sidetracking me. Tomorrow is Foam Forge Cosplay's charity tournament. All right. Well, I'm gonna get the stream commands here. Do I not? Do I really not have it here? Holy shit! All right, hold on a second. Here you go. Hacha. Ka-chow. There it is. Foam Forge cosplay. Foam Forge. He keeps changing his name. We love him. We're doing a charity stream tomorrow for 24 hours. It's going to start at 9 o'clock Pacific. Okay? 9 o'clock Pacific. I will not be there at 9 o'clock Pacific, but Foam Forge will start his stream on his channel. That's, here you go. I'll send that one too. Bam, there it is. God damn. I fixed that yesterday. I 100% fixed it. Anyway, let me fix this. Right now, I'm going to fix it again because it's still not fixed. Freaking. Anyway. Forg. Sporge. There you go. Okay, it's fixed. Anyway, Foam Forge. You can follow him on, you can go check him out tomorrow on Twitch. At 9 Pacific, okay? Spartan John is going to stumble out here in his pajamas. Maybe I'll be dressed. I don't know. I'm going to stumble out here, and I'm going to drop hot on Mike in his stream. I'm not going to stream on Saturday. It is not about me. What it is about is it's about having a good time with really good people and helping Mike raise money for kids in need through Extra Life. That link that I gave you right there, you can click on it. You can donate as little as $1, as little as you want, okay? Doesn't matter. All of those donations go from your account to an account, and they get held. And at the end of the year, they're donated to the Edmonton Children's Stollery. 100% of it is donated to them. It is a hospital in Canada, UEG. It's Alberta. It's local to Foam Forge, and it's a really great cause. I have donated 3 years in a row to Foam Forge's Extra Life. There are always great things that he does. He does giveaways. He does giveaways. He does meetups with people. He travels to places like Seattle so that he can interact with the greater Halo community and people like you. There is a lot that can be said about him. He is a great human being, and we try to support the things that he enjoys and wants to be part of. And so that's why we do this. It's good. It's good for your conscience. It's good to help people. If you have a few extra dollars, donate. I did. I always do. You can tell them. I've done Extra Life before, too. I had mine focused on the Children's Hospital here in Portland. Well, there you go. Like I said, for everybody, it's important. With Mike, I know 100% of the profits. I'm sure Extra Life is this way, that 100% of the profits go to whoever they do. But for us, we support Mike because that's what we've done. We've been a big fan of his for a long time. And I just want to continue to push that. It's too awesome to not. Last year we did a campaign. It was the Make Mike Cry 2025 campaign, and we actually achieved it. We made him cry. He had a goal to be a $10,000 donation receiver in his lifetime. He's been doing Extra Life now. I think this is his 10th year, maybe. This might be his 10th year anniversary. Anyway, he's been doing it, and he was like, by the time I get to 10 years, I want to say that I donated $10,000. So we, last year in the Spartan Space, pushed that, like, Make Mike Cry 2025. We asked Installation Zero to shout it out. I should get a hold of Austin and ask Austin to shout it out. Anyway, so we asked all these people to shout it out, and we pushed it hard last year. And I said, donate any way that you can, if you can, anonymously or whatever. If you don't want to say who did it, just say Spartan Space so he knows where some of this money is coming from or who these people are. And we got him over the $10,000 mark before Christmas, and he cried live on the stream. It was the best ever. I think he pied us last night is what he did. He ended up last night on the stream. He said he made 3,140 something bucks or something ridiculous. Like, it just blew it away last year. Like, over the moon. Yeah, we made him cry. All of us. All this community helped push that bus to make him cry. We didn't do it all. I don't take credit for any of it. It was all you guys. But yeah, this is the best. So anyway, we're pushing it again this year, just here at the end. If you want to donate, please do. It helps Mike, and you might see him cry again at the end of the year. And that's always great. When that man cries, makes me happy. I swear to God, he's so Canadian that he cries maple syrup. It's just so sweet. I hope that he is listening out there and shaking his head and maybe crying about it some too, because we miss him. Anyway, here we go. Good morning, boys. How are you today?
Hey, John. We're just talking.
Talking about fan fictions.
You're already so you're in the launch bay, just chatting away.
Yeah.
I see you. Okay. Good morning, boys. Good morning. Waiting for me. Are you watching the show still? I saw you chatting in there. Thank you.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you so much. What are you guys up to today? What are you guys?
Hello there.
Hi. Good morning.
I'm here. I'm ready to do stuff, mingle, all that.
Oh, yeah, you're ready to get slayed?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is Ocom 2 out there? I miss making John cry. No, we weren't talking about me crying. We were talking about making Mike cry. We ran into somebody last night on Mike's stream named Ocom 2. We verified that Ocom 2 is the same as Ocom, just with the number 2. But his head is not on fire, which is really weird. And he wears the wrong helmet. Anyway, maybe he'll grace us with his presence today.
Nice.
Yeah. More to come on why he is Ocom 2. I can't say anything about it right now. Yeah, making Mike cry is literally the best. Like, that man, he the tears come out like big crocodile tears, and he starts saying that his face hurts and his cheeks get red, and he puts his hands on his face.
I just was opening my notebook and thought you might want that.
Oh, hey! Thank you! My wife just brought me an HCS leftover. It is a photo, a Polaroid that Timo took of most of Martin's face and me. Okay? And on the bottom, we were sitting, and he wrote on here with a pen from my wife, he said, "Love you." And instead of brother, he, in typical Spartan Space fashion, he wrote Broner on there. Love you, Broner. So then, and then XX on the bottom. And then when my wife got a hold of this at the dinner table, she took the same pen and just doctored an R there next to you. So now it says, "Love your Broner." It's literally one of the best Polaroids. This is what you get when you come to HCS or to Halo Fest. You get my awesome friend Timo, who runs around with a Polaroid camera and just takes these 1980s photos that make me so happy, because they are terrible, all of them, but they are also so good. Like, you cannot, like, I have a stack of these over here that Timo has taken, and every single one of them is a snapshot in time that I will never forget and can never be captured in any other way. Like, it's impossible for me to explain to you the nostalgia that's packed into this, the emotion that's packed into just this image because of what it is and how we got it. It's impossible.
That's what Polaroids are good at. They're good at capturing that nostalgic feeling. I love it.
It's more than that. It's so much more than that. Like, for you guys, for you little kids, by the way, it's Tax Slayer. For you little kids, it's one of...
over there.
Yeah, there's one over there with a coil. I missed him twice. I mean, I chipped him twice, but he didn't die. Anyway, for... Oh, great, John's about to cry. I'm not about to cry. I'm just saying that for, it's hard... Because for you guys, you're like, oh, it's nostalgia, and it's like classic, and it's like throwback, and that's cool. But then, where are these dick bags? No eyes. One dick bag is down.
There's one over here. Over there.
Anyway, for me, I lived it. So it's like, it's different for me and Kevin, it's different. Kevin, did you see me give you the shout out about you crying this at Worlds? Kevin had the biggest crocodile tears at Worlds at Mod Pizza. It was so beautiful.
What did he cry, if I may ask?
He was crying at pizza, like right after Ooh, there's one at Red Top. He was crying at pizza on Saturday with all of the people, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little misty-eyed as well, if I'm honest. There were so many great people there that came to the pizza party. Like, it's nice when the community comes together and has a good time. You're not arguing about stupid things like why a game sucks for X reason or whatever. You're just like enjoying the fact that we're all here celebrating each other and the community of Halo. That's like raw awesome always. I don't know how much it's great. And Kevin was crying because of it, and that makes me happy. Makes me happy that Kevin was crying.
Hey, Mike.
Oh shit! Hey, we were just talking a bunch of shit about you. And by shit, it was like hero worship and all of that. We made you into like a deity and everything. No, not Lex. You. No. We were picking up all of the.
I'm about to head out then.
Oh well, that's boned. No, we were just talking about the Extra Life thing and how we made you cry last year, and that the Spartan Space helped achieve your goal. I never asked because I didn't care until just this moment, but do you know how much the Spartan Space contributed as a group? Is there a way to find that out? I just want to know how awesome we were.
The donos, but like raw numbers, the biggest ones are, I think off the top of my head, it's Martin and Pens.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to take credit for those two because they're part of the greater community, but. You know what I'm saying? It really does not matter, but I thought about it today when I was talking about how hard we pushed it last year and we wanted to make you cry, and we did achieve that goal. You did in fact cry, so Anyway, I started pushing the link this morning and told them about the stream for tomorrow, so
It's wild to say, but like I think Pens by himself has like 1/5 of my lifetime total by himself.
That's pretty true. I mean, I know he donoed like a couple of $100 a couple of different times last season. Like I know he did it.
Dropped like $1,000 during game day. Like
yeah, there you go. That's crazy. It's crazy good. It's a lot. That makes me want. That's a third of last year's total donations, like in one donation.
That's not his only dono. Like,
yeah, He's watching. He's watching right now. He's listening to you. He's harvesting the tears right this moment again. See sorry question mark. He says
he's a menace.
Sorry question mark. Yeah, that's that. He's not even sad. He's not even sad. I love it. It's so good.
He's giving it the old Canadian sorry not sorry.
Yeah, you better apologize for being charitable, right? My man's just giving it all away.
Sorry, not sorry, and move on.
It's like the Santa of charitable donations. He's just dropping the big bags everywhere.
A menace? Well, I haven't called worse. You're a gem. Thank you, Pence.
A hero a pillar to the community. That's what I would say.
John, above you.
Above me, Roger.
Rifle. To your left now.
To my left now, Roger. I always have something nice to say. I got something nice to say about you, Lexi. Lexi stares at you through her glasses, deep into your soul, and just smiles at you. And if you say something stupid, she'll just continue to smile at you, but you can tell that she's plotting your death inside. You can tell. I know. I can tell.
My favorite is when you say something completely asinine. She has a specific smirk where just the edges of her mouth go up, just like the corners of her mouth, and then she'll nod at you, just like a half nod. This is like, oh, I said the dumbest thing.
It's like the Southerners when they just look at you and say things like, you know, bless you, child, or bless your soul, or something. Like, you just know.
Is make when they say something really stupid. I'm gonna let you sit in that for a minute. I'm gonna let you sit in that for a minute. Comfortable. It's just like, I love just watching you squirm. I don't know what it is.
I have to learn to let that slow burn happen, because usually right about the time that the slow burn begins, I say some stupid shit like, "You thinking about all that stupid shit that you just said right now?" "Yeah, me too." And then they just look at me like I'm an asshole, and I'm like, "Yeah, I probably deserve it. I don't have to pay